Hi, I'm Well Talent and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As I said before, you did an amazing thing by clicking on this video. So this is going to be a story time because it was highly demanded by a lot of my friends and my viewers. A lot of you guys wanted to see a story time video, so I'm excited to do one. And sorry, I was looking in the wrong lens. I don't know why I keep doing that. But anyway, yeah. So I'm very excited for this video. Oh my gosh, I feel like that intro is ruined now because I was not focusing on you guys. This was around 2016 and I was very young. I was maybe like 18 or something like that, 2016, and I was talking to this guy now. So we were linking up, we were meeting up for a few things. We spoke, you know, on school grounds and stuff like that, and we became to get really close. And I don't know, he was not like the type of guy that I would like normally go for, which was the crazy thing, you know, because you know you always have the type of guy that you normally date, and he was not like that. He was just like a guy that I happened to find attractive. I want to say that year, so it was kind of awkward. Because I was like, why didn't I ever look at you that way? But yeah, anyway, so we were talking and whatever, and we were getting kind of close, and yeah, so that's what kind of happened. So back home, the situation back home was, now my mom, she's not like a tech savvy person, so like she does not really engage in social media or have like a phone or something like that. But she had a phone that she was using, but it was those phones that don't have internet. It was like those, like whatever, it was just for basically calls, you know, because like so we can communicate with her, whether if she's not here or something like that. It was strictly for calls. But we were like, my brother was like, let's upgrade our mom and get her something else. So they got her this brand new smartphone, and at that time I didn't have a phone because I don't know what happened to my previous phone. I probably lost it or something happened to it, but I'm very careful with phones, so I don't know what happened. So my mom got her new phone, and as we all know, since my mom was not tech savvy, she was not like 100% engaging or like a person that was constantly with a phone. So I thought, since I don't have a phone, why don't I use my mom's phone? So I put my SIM card, my information in the phone, and I was using it. And I was also obviously allowing my mom to make her calls and use the phone whenever it was convenient for her. So it was not like I took it from my mom, you know, it was like a sharing process. So yeah, so I was going to the school thing. It was like a prize giving or something like that, and I was getting an award. It was just for like working at the school kiosk or something like that, not a big deal. And he was also going. So my friend Stephanie came to pick me up, and I met up with her earlier that day. Damn, I even forgot this whole section of the story. I met up with her earlier that day. We were so naughty, and we were in our school uniform, guys, and like we were 18, so the next part, don't judge me. But we went to the local bar. Because the prize giving was starting at like 6 or 7 in the afternoon, and we went to the local bar around like 3 or 4, and we were drinking in our school uniform, and I cannot believe that I did that. Actually thinking about it, we were sitting there like popping bottles, whatever, just drinking, waiting for the time to come. So she came to pick me up earlier than usual, and I really forgot that part. So she picked me up earlier than usual, so we sat there, we're having our drinks, and then it was the time to go. So the car that we took, it was a cab service, happened to have, just by coincidence, because we were in the area of maybe the guys, so I happened to have my guy and his friend in there. So it was like, whoa, this is cool, whatever. And then I was sitting with him, and my friend was obviously sitting with the other guy, just entertaining him. They were not having anything, they were not dating or anything, but like it was like kind of like our friends are busy, so let's keep each other busy or whatever. So she was sitting talking to him, and I was sitting talking to my guy, and like he had his arm around me or whatever, and like we were just sitting in the cab like all cute or whatever. And mind you, if you're not following the story, I brought my mom's phone for this prize giving situation that I was going to at school, because I was just like, I want to take pictures and stuff like that, you know, it's a momentous occasion, and it was a camera phone, you know. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring it. So then I brought it, and we went, we're sitting in the cab, and then he's now talking to me, telling me all sweet nothings like all men do. You know, it's like talking to me like it was being very cool. It was being very nice. It was very entertaining, and the drive for some reason felt so long. And it was maybe because how lit we were. But when we eventually got there, like he was whispering something in my ear, and I honestly can't even remember, but like, you know, he was probably just playing, being flirtatious, you know, thinking he's gonna get some or something like that. I don't know what his goal was at the end of the day, but he was whispering something in my ear. And then later on I was just like, okay, cool. And then we got there, so we had to leave the car. So I was wearing school uniform, so it's like a blue shirt and like gray, I want to say khakis, like gray pants, you know, and they're tight pants, you know, school pants. And mine were tight. They set perfectly around the butt, you know, because that's what I was kind of like showing off. So it was like my phone was in my pocket on the side, so it's my left pocket, like depending on, like for me it's my left pocket. So then he was sitting here, you know, and I was in his arms, so I was like leaning like this towards him. So once we got there, I said, okay, cool, let's leave the car. And then I don't know, I think they paid our cab. I'm not sure who paid the cab, but I remember just getting out of the car. And then I got out, and then I noticed that he was still in the car. And then my friend was standing outside because she got out before us, and my friend called me and she was like, what did he say to you? Because he was whispering something in my ear just before the car stopped. And then I was excited to go tell her what he said. And then the guy I was with, my guy, was still not out of the car. So I was like, why is he not coming out of the car? And then he called his friend to go into the car with him, you know. And then I was just like telling my friend about like what he was telling me and everything, you know, because obviously I'm a bit like excited or whatever. And then I'm telling her, no, he was saying, and I really can't remember what I was saying, but probably it's just something dumb that boys say. And then I was like, why are they not coming out of the car? Anyway, let's just go inside, like we're not gonna be late because of these two. So then we decided to walk inside the building, and then his friend that was also in the car with us went in the car, and they were discussing something. And then we walked, me and my friend were walking, and as we are entering the school hall, like as we're entering the school hall, there's like a little pathicky towards it. As soon as I get close, I'm like, oh, and I feel my pockets, and I'm like, oh, my phone. And then my heart literally sinks to my core, because it's not even my phone, it's my mom's phone. And I was like, I couldn't breathe, and I turned around immediately and ran outside. And it was kind of like a bit of it took me a while to realize, you know, you guys are thinking like, dummy, why didn't you? Yeah, it took me a while, and I ran outside. And then the second I got to the cab left, you know, so it was like I just missed the cab. And then my friend followed me, obviously, because she was wondering why am I running. And then they were standing outside. Now there's not just him anymore, so there's him, the friend, so my guy, my boyfriend, oh whatever, actually that's not my boyfriend, let's be honest, he was in situationship. So it was him, his friend, and then there was other guys also outside. And then I was like, the cab just drove away, my phone was in there. And then, do you guys have the guy's number or anything like that? And then he was just like, no, we don't have his number or anything. And I was just like telling my friend caught up, she also came. I was like, can we please call, like my phone was in there, do you have the guy's number so we can call him, so we can bring back, so I can check if the phone is in the car, whatever. And then they tried calling, but they were like, my friend was like, the phone is not in the car at this point. And then I was like, why do you think so? She was like, you know, because we left the car, why did they still stay in the car? And then I asked the guy, and I asked him like, sir, hey, like my man, you know, did you see my phone? Like, cause you were sitting at the back with me, and when I left the car, the phone probably slipped out of my pocket because my pants were too tight, and it was just like sitting on the edge of my pockets. And then he said literally, no, I didn't see anything, whatever. But there was something. Like for me, I always say I'm no fool. Like, it's not like I'm trying to say I'm smarter than other people or anything, but it's just I can recognize bad acting. And I just felt as if he was also in shock at what happened, and I could see that he was afraid of what he had just done, or he was in shock of what he had just done. So the way he said it, instantly I didn't believe him. I was like, oh no, he knows where my phone is. And then I got close to him. I was like, man, please just give me my phone back. Like, we're kicking it, we're cool like that. Like, really, I'm gonna do this to me? I was like, the joke was cute and whatever. Yeah, I'm sweating in my uniform now, but it's over. It's not cute anymore. Can I just have my phone back and then go continue the rest of my life? And he was like, I really don't have your phone. And then he was like, you can even charge me, or like what it's like when you pat someone down. And then, is it charge? Yeah, I don't know. And then I started patting him down and feeling on the body or whatever, and he didn't have my phone on me. And the dummy already handed my phone off to someone. So obviously they knew that I was gonna check the both of them, because they are like, you know, crooks. I'm guessing. Like, I think I always knew I was always a bad boy kind of vibes, but I never thought he would do anything to me. Duh. But anyway, so I pat the friend down, also nothing. But they have handed the phone up to the guys that they were with, because there was like a little circle of guys. And then I was just like, you guys, it's not funny, what. My friend was also helping me up. She was like, they probably took the phone, let's just keep an eye on them. Now we're standing outside, the ceremony has started, we're watching these people like hawks, trying to make sure to see if they have the phone or not, which was the dumbest thing ever, because now we're just like they monitoring every single movement that they make. But they just stood there outside, and then at some point they had to come in because they were also getting some Lich award. So they came in, and then we all went to go sit down. And then at that point, I just felt like I knew that the phone was gone. And then after that award show, after I got on stage, whatever, smiled or whatever, I came down and I still spoke to him nicely, whatever. He said he really doesn't know where my phone is, what. I got angry, I went off on him. I was like, you're really such a piece of what, like, how can you do this to me? Because you know. And then the cab came back at some point, because my friend got the number somewhere, and we looked inside the cab, nothing. So I was just like, it was just 4 people in the car, and you stayed back, you know, when I left, and you called your friend. All the signs point to the fact that you took my phone. I was like, I'm never gonna talk to you again. And I actually didn't. I spoke to him again recently, but like, it was not that intense. And yeah, I went off on him, but the whole time I was just very scared at like, what is my mom gonna say? I was like nervous, I was shaking in my boots, and I was like, what the hell? But the thing is, the alcohol still didn't fade away. So I was, because when you're like drunk or intoxicated, things don't seem as serious to you until they fade away. But then, you know, these memes that I've seen, like when you touch your pocket at a club and you can't feel your phone, you literally just shiver from head to toe and become sober. That's what happened. But the alcohol was gradually getting out of my system, you know, like the stress was like burning it out or something. So my friend was just like, we'll just keep an eye out in the streets, try and figure out if these guys are selling a phone or if somebody's selling a phone. She said she'll talk to our contacts and she'll let me know. And I said, okay, cool, that's fine. So we kept an eye on the street to see if anyone was selling the phone, but it was not like a wide distribution sale or whatever. And then maybe a month after that, I didn't speak to him. I wrote him off. He tried saying hi to me at school the next day. Going forward, I was just like, you are toxic. Clearly you stole my mama's phone, and I was scared, and I didn't even know how to break this to my mom. So basically, I'm going everywhere with the story because I'm trying not to forget anything. So basically, when I got home, I didn't say anything, obviously, because my mom, even though she's not like a phone person, she is still very scary. My mom does not hit to you, like she doesn't beat me or anything. Like she stopped doing that when I was a kid, but she's still very scary, and I was very scared of her. And I was scared at the fact that there was a new thing, it was a new phone, and I took it, and I know everyone knows that I was using it with her. So that's like, if anything happens, they're just gonna be like, hey, where's the phone? And I'm just gonna be like, ooh. So I tried to keep a low profile. I was avoiding everyone at home for like a whole week. I didn't tell anyone anything. The whole time I'm just trying to get my story straight, and nobody even noticed the phone was missing. Nobody noticed. And then at some point they asked me what happened to the phone, and I just had to be honest about it. I really was thinking, the whole week I was thinking of a perfect lie, and I could have just been like, I got mugged or anything, but they were like, why wouldn't you say anything then? You know, so the longer I waited, the less what's the word, the less sense it made for me to lie about being mugged or anything. Because clearly the longer I waited, it looked like I was a part, or I knew what happened, or I was maybe somehow in charge of what happened, and I didn't just whatever. So then when I told my mom, she was not as angry as I thought she would be. My other brother was actually more angry and was like, you're so irresponsible, whatever, and I felt awful. And I said, no, I'll make a plan to try and get the phone back. I still did not. But I felt so bad. And yeah, like the family, like my family just brushed over it. It became old news later. After a week, I even forgot that I lost the phone. No one was like guilt tripping me about it or anything. And then a month later, me and some friends of mine went out, and like they even invited me, and we went to this new bar or whatever that opened up, and I was just like, okay, cool, I don't want to go, whatever, but I was just like, let me just go chill there. And then they knew a guy there, and they like introduced me to the guy, and we were sitting on the table with this guy, like just maybe 2 guys or something like that, or 3 guys, I'm not sure. And one of them was nice, and I feel like I knew him from the past or something, but like I couldn't figure out his name. But you know, some people, you just like, I know your face, you know, from somewhere. And then he pulls out my mom's phone, exactly that phone, and is using it. And we were having drinks, and me and my friend, I was still with her, we were in shock, and I literally like shrugged her like this, and I was like, look. And I was like, what the hell? And then I asked him where he got the phone, and he was like, no, he just bought it recently. And I was like, I was like, some guys owed him something, and then like that was maybe their payment or whatever. And I wanted to be like, it's my mom's phone or anything. Like I wanted to be like that and obviously take the phone back. But first of all, it didn't look like it was kept. Like in that month, it didn't look good. And I just felt like I didn't trust these guys. And as much as I was also maybe just a little like scared, because I just felt as if like, now I have to make a whole scene just to get this phone back, and everyone back at home is already okay with the phone being missing. So it's just like, am I willing to like rock the boat and kind of ruin everyone's fun time? And I know you guys are probably gonna be thinking, yeah, it's your mom's phone, get it back by all means. But it was just like, I just felt like at that moment I didn't feel as angry as I felt the night that it went missing. I was just kind of over it. So I just said, oh, okay, cool. And my friend was like, I'm not gonna do anything. I was like, look at the phone, bro. Look at it in what condition it is. I cannot bring back this to my mom. So we left the phone. They sold it to a guy that they owed for some reason. I don't know what they were indebted for. And they sold it to that guy. And that guy was the guy walking around with my mom's phone like the whole time, and we were hanging out with him, and I could see it was my mom's phone. So like the guy that I thought was my boyfriend or my situationship did steal my mom's phone. So ever since then, I'm very like obviously now I know he was a bum guy, like to do something like that, but like it's so mad shady. You have to be very careful around the people you have around you, because for me, I would have never done that obviously to that person, and I kind of just had the same expectation. So moral of the story is, people don't have the same intentions as you do, and maybe they were really in debt for something like life-threatening. I highly doubt it, to be honest, but let's just give them the benefit of the doubt, and they really needed the phone or to pay off that thing more than I did. So I don't know, like I really don't know why it had to happen, why he had to do it, but it definitely made me like more awake and have more of my senses up, or my defenses up, when it comes to leaving things around guys that I've just met and I've not whatever. So now I feel like my next guy that I feel, but he was just like a hood nigga, so maybe it was just because it's a hood guy. But if it was not a hood guy, I don't know. But like, you know, you gotta be careful around the people you bring around your things. So that was the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like, did you guys think I should have had more energy in it? I don't know. Like, it was just like a thing that really shocked me, like the fact that you could do that. But anyway, I hope you like, subscribe, and share, and keep tabs on your phone regardless of who you are around. Bye.